Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies. I came across this video on my For You and I thought to share where people are reacting to the fact that the big beautiful bill has been passed and people are not having it. Americans are panicking, people are reacting, people are regretting their decision to actually have voted against their own best interest. Alright, please, let's dive into it. I'm just going to roll it. Leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So lovely, so now just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this beautiful bill that was passed.
Tonight, the breaking news, CBO confirmed $500 billion worth of cuts to Medicare. It is shameful what is in this. It is the biggest actual taking of wealth from the bottom 10% in this country and transferring it to the top 10%.
Assault on everyone except rich. You know, folks, no matter how you slice it, the big beautiful bill is a wholesale assault on everyone except rich people. Yeah. Unless you've been in a coma, you should probably know by now the bill raises taxes on the poor to hand to the wealthy. The Urban Institute estimates that families making less than $10,000 a year would lose $2,700. A family making more than $200,000 a year would gain more than $13,000. Many rural hospitals would close. Sorry, Middle America, you asked for it. Various estimates say the big beautiful bill would cause 7 to 10 million Americans to lose health insurance. Prescription drug prices would soar. $300 billion would be cut from the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, formerly known as food stamps. About 40% of recipients of SNAP benefits are children under the age of 18. Currently, for a person to claim a dependent and qualify for work requirement exemptions under SNAP, the child must be under the age of 18. Republicans want to change the age to 7. You'd better have that baby, but once it turns 7, no food for you. I'd love for any MAGA with a mouth to explain that situation. What you gotta say about starving kids, The bill would give the Trump administration the power to rescind the tax-exempt status of nonprofits that he doesn't like, on the grounds that those nonprofits are terrorist-supporting organizations. But by climate change organizations, the baby men don't care if the earth burns up as long as they're rich when it goes up in flames. The bill would prevent enacting or enforcing any regulation on AI for 10 years, just in time for Schmilon to make use of the data he mined from our government agencies for his AI dream to come true. What a boon for all the social media fat cats who use AI on their platforms. Public school funding will be cut by 80%, which particularly screws red states and rural areas. Support for student aid would be slashed, plus life-saving medical research and health agencies. And of course, there's no money in the budget for reproductive health clinics, because women should be able to have babies without medical care, and if they don't want a baby, they should just keep their legs closed. Yeah, that's just a taste of what the cabal is trying to push through so billionaires can get more cash. What's behind this big, beautiful bill is a legion of teensy, tiny, horrifically ugly political schneedles. You know, folks, no matter how you slice it, the big, beautiful bill is a wholesale assault on everyone except rich people.
All right, you shady motherfucker, listen up and listen good. I voted for you because of your no tax on overtime bill, amongst other things. But here's the deal. I just read your great big beautiful bill, and it's bullshit. The overtime, no tax on overtime, this is the way it works in that bill. You ready for this shit? You get a $10,000 tax deduction at the end of the year for overtime, if you make less than $100,000. Well, let me tell you something, boys and girls. There are very few skilled tradesmen in this country, and I'm talking about construction workers, especially union construction workers, oil field workers, truck drivers. None of them will be eligible for that $10,000 deduction because it stops at $100,000. That's right, $100,000. Now that sounds like a lot of money if you're from Oklahoma, but let me tell you what. If you live in Washington, Idaho, Montana, California, Oregon, Colorado, even Texas, in all the coastal states, New York through Florida, $100,000 is just an average wage for a skilled tradesman. Your welders, your pipe fitters, your good framing carpenters. That's just that. It doesn't get you there. It doesn't get you there, which means we'll still be taxed on all of our overtime. 100%. This is bullshit. Now, if you're at the 7-Eleven and you're working overtime, you might have a chance. But this is not going to affect those of us in construction and manufacturing. It's just not. A good line welder, most of the country, you're talking $46, $55 an hour. Okay? Even more in a coastal state. As much as $60 or $70 an hour. And you work 10, 12 hours a day. This big, beautiful bill is a big pile of bullshit for skilled tradesmen. I said what I said. Bring the fucking heat. And another thing, truck drivers work 70 hours a week. Every week. And they don't get paid by the hour. There is no overtime. Bullshit. This is a bullshit bill. And it doesn't even come close to addressing the people who put you in office, which are the blue-collar workers of America. So, Donnie, I'm going to fucking go the other way with this one. With this one, you dropped the ball. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed, DJT. This is some fucking bullshit. If you don't fix this, you're going to lose this, bro. And tell your cronies in Congress, if they don't fix this, I guarantee you, 4 years from now, the majority of those seats will not be red. You pulled a lot of goddamn union brothers over to your side. And I appreciate your ideals most of the time. But this time, not so fucking much. Oh, by the way, not driving, riding. He's driving. The bald-faced fuck. He doesn't even like your overtime bill. Fuck you! There it is. You share this shit. Let everybody know what the real fucking deal is. I don't like being hoodwinked.
Y'all gotta stand on business at this point. Y'all have to, Democrats. They waited till a majority of the country would be asleep. But they didn't expect the insomnia brigade to be watching them closely. They passed this vote while a majority of people are asleep. Millions of people will lose their health care. Millions of children will lose food assistance. Millions of people are going to be affected with the Medicaid and Medicare cuts. Millions. And they did this while most of us were sleeping. That seems fair. That seems on the up and up. Wow. So thankfully for me, my insomnia is all over the place lately because the budget committee waited until almost 1 a.m. in the morning to complete their process of voting to push through the big, beautiful bill. So now it'll actually go to the House floor where the members of the House will vote to have the budget passed. And then it would go to the Senate for another vote. And they have one of the smallest majorities in history. Right now, there's 220 Republicans and there's 212 Democrats. And the Republicans can only stand to lose 3 votes. And then it won't pass the House. And that's if all of the Democrats vote no. So I hope there's some solidarity this time. This is their second go around. Let's not do what Schumer did again. Let's not let this thing happen where y'all don't stand on business.
We need to wake the fuck up about this big, beautiful bill, okay? Inside of it are some major cuts to the ACA, the Accountable Care Act, that is going to cut healthcare for millions of Americans. Millions. Now, for example, let's say you're 60 years old, okay? And you make $82,000 a year. Let's say you pay $500 for your healthcare premiums. That's what you pay for before deductibles, co-insurance, co-pays. That's just to have healthcare. Okay? Generally speaking, people's premiums are subsidized by their employer, okay? But in this case, with the ACA, your premium is subsidized by the government. With these cuts to the ACA, your premiums are going to go from $500 to $2,000. Now, do you really think in this kind of economy, most people can handle that kind of increase? And that's really just an example. I'm not giving hard numbers here, but that's the type of increase people will see. And instead of paying that increase, most people are just going to drop having insurance altogether, which is going to put more strain on our healthcare system and our hospitals because they're going to have to eat the cost of people that are uninsured.
MAGA supporters are starting to find out exactly what they voted for. And the thing is, when they went to vote, they didn't care about Trump screwing over other people. They wanted him to screw over other people. Well, now they're finding out these policies don't discriminate. They screw over everyone except the billionaire class. Let's put up a tale of two tweets. Austin Peterson is going through some things. He tweeted in 2024 of July, "I'm voting for Donald Trump for the economy and to own the libs." As we all know, this is a core principle for MAGA, owning the libs. Well, current May of 2025, Austin Peterson tweets, "Well, there went my shoe business. I don't understand why the tariffs have to eliminate the de minimis exemption. Why does government punish small businesses in this country, knowing full well that Nike and all the big brands will be fine paying the taxes, but Steffi and I get wiped out? That's because you voted for a man that is a criminal and who is only advancing the cause of his billionaire friends."
What I find interesting is he's all pro-Trump, and then in his tweet he says, "Well, it's Trump. Trump did it. He is the one single-handedly responsible for the tariffs and tanking both the domestic and global economy." So that's who his problem's with.
Yeah, but let's not let any of the sycophants around Trump off the hook. When he says they, it is a cast of characters who are locked in and loaded, ready to dismantle the American economy, be welfare queens off of hardworking taxpayers like this man who only thought he was going to go after brown people, black people, gay people, and immigrants. He didn't realize that they would come after him as well. Next up, it's important to note that the entire MAGA universe is all smoke and mirrors. Yes, they have millions of supporters, but I have long thought it is not to the volume that they propose it is. And here's why. You have Elon Musk that owns Twitter. You have Russia, who has been propagandizing on social media for a decade. You have Mark Zuckerberg, who lately has been, he's felt neutered. And he went on the podcast and said he felt really neutered and he needed to be a big boy out on social media. So all the algorithms are rigged to look like there is this inflated MAGA support. And here's an example of what they do. This is from back a year or so ago, but put this up. Look at all of these accounts, all saying the exact same thing at the exact same time. This is a coordinated robotic attack, all with the same message. All of these accounts have 0 followers. The situation is the RightWing Media.
I told y'all, Trump said no taxes on overtime, no taxes on tips. And guess what? It just passed the Senate 100-0. Everybody voted for it, no matter what political party you are. It's too good of a deal to turn down. So now anybody that makes less than $160,000 a year will not pay taxes on their tips, and hourly workers will not pay taxes on overtime. Passed the Senate 100-0. That broke history. When it goes to the House, it's gonna fly through. Now do y'all believe Trump? Because not only has he done everything he said he was going to do, he's done it in less than 6 months. He ain't even been in office 6 months. And you people are still saying he's a liar. He doesn't tell. He said he was going to do that. And y'all thought it was all bullshit. You know why? Because y'all are just stupid people. Just stupid. Y'all don't want to give the man a chance because he calls people names, but yet he's made everything better on top of the Golden Dome that's going to go over the United States that repels missiles. So no nuclear warfare can get to us. Y'all are just stupid. Stupid fucking people.
Well, for those of y'all that are interested, the House did pass the One Big Beautiful Bill Act in a marathon legislative session last night, 214 to 215, with one House Republican joining the Democrats, no Democrats, of course, voting on the bill. Now, some key provisions in this bill include continuing those 2017 Trump tax cuts, which are estimated to increase the national deficit national debt by $4 trillion. In addition, they've increased the work requirements to receive Medicaid, which is estimated to place millions in jeopardy of losing health care. And a few other provisions include rolling back the green energy initiatives, as well as increased border patrol. There you have it, the One Big Beautiful Bill passed by the House last night. Let's see what occurs in the Senate. Well, for those of y'all that are interested, the House did pass the One Big Beautiful Bill Act in a marathon legislative session last night, 214 to 215, with one House Republican joining the Democrats, no Democrats, of course, voting on the bill. Now, some key provisions in this bill include continuing those 2017 Trump tax cuts, which are estimated to increase the national deficit national debt by $4 trillion.
So I just finished reading the big, beautiful bill that the Republicans are trying to pass. I read the bill, so you guys don't have to read the bill. But I came with some of my key points that's in the bill. So, they're going to pass this bill, y'all. I don't care what they cut. They are determined to pass this bill. So get ready for $650 billion in Medicaid cuts. Get ready for $300 billion in SNAP cuts. Get ready for $350 billion in student aid loans. Get ready for them to take $50 billion from federal employees. And they also say they're going to defund parenthood. I don't know. They just so obsessed with women having babies. Also, they're going to remove taxes on gun silencers, y'all. That's what they're removing taxes on. Also, that no tax on tips, which is going to be in this bill, this one beautiful bill. It's only no tax on cash only. Cash only. So if you get credit card tips or anything, they still going to tax that. And if you making up to $25,000, you got to claim that on your taxes and let your employer know how much your cash tips were for you to get the deduction. So it's not what it seems. It's a big, beautiful, dumb bill that's going to hurt America. Think about it. $350 billion in student aid is going to be taken away. So that means less people like me and less people like you ain't going to be able to afford to go to school. And if you do get a loan, you're going to be in debt for a long time. $650 billion worth of cuts to Medicaid. You know your grandma on Medicaid. You know your granddaddy, your children's, autistic children. A lot of those kids are on Medicaid, but yet they're going to cut $650 billion from Medicaid. That's crazy. Also, they taking away food, y'all. We're talking about food. $300 billion in SNAP cuts, y'all. That's food. That's what people just trying to survive who don't have nothing. They gonna take that away and make y'all starve anymore. This bill is ridiculous. It's more to this, but I just want to narrow it down so y'all can know what's coming, because they gonna pass this bill. I guarantee you they gonna pass this bill. And also, guess who gained from this bill? Guess who gained? The rich is going to get a $1.4 trillion tax cut. The rich, $1.4 trillion tax cut. So is this the big, beautiful bill y'all been waiting on? It's going to pass. If you're on Medicaid, you better start thinking about what you're going to do. If you get SNAP benefits, you better start thinking about what you're going to do. If you're trying to go to school, you can't get student loan aid, you better start finding out what you're going to do, because it's finna get ugly. They finna take from the poor and really give to the rich right in front of our eyes. And I guarantee y'all, I don't care how many Republicans say they're not going to vote right now, but when that bill comes to the table, they're going to vote for it. So get ready, y'all. Get ready for this big, beautiful BS bill that's going to destroy a lot of people's lives just to get rich, just to find money from somewhere to give a $1.4 trillion tax cut to the rich. Make America great again. Make America fucking great again.
But I seriously love this. The fact that, you know, every single person that actually voted for this is, you know, receiving the backlash, is receiving the repercussion. Like, this is just so ridiculous, you know. I hope that, you know, MAGA supporters are so happy with their choices. I hope that they are beginning to see what, you know, the other side is have been trying to let them understand. I hope that they are beginning to see the repercussion of their actions. I hope that they are beginning to see that at the end of the day, these people do not care about you. These people do not care about the low income earners. They don't even care about your existence. You know, they don't care about you. All they care about is themselves and their fellow super rich people. They don't really care about what you're going through. They don't care about if the prices of goods and services are at a hike. Like, this is just so this is oh my goodness. I don't even know how to, you know, state this anymore. Because the thing is that every single person who actually, you know, contributed with whatsoever that is going on right now saw the handwriting on the wall. They wouldn't tell me that they never saw the handwritings on the wall. They saw the handwriting, but they maybe thought that, oh my God, maybe in 2025 things are going to be things are going to be different. Like, oh, he's probably not going to do what he's like. Sometimes when I see so many MAGA supporters complaining, I keep asking myself, is it not these people do not know that, you know, this was what was supposed to happen? Like, this man, you know, came out to tell, like, he spewed his intention, and people thought he was joking. Like, no, the man actually stated his intention and what he's going to do, and people actually thought that this man was, oh my God, this man is joking, he's not going to perform whatsoever he has promised during the campaign. Like, I saw a stitch which I actually put up here where some group of MAGA supporters, I think they were having a podcast, and the call was, you know, called across some MAGA supporters, and these people were like, oh, we know that he was going to do something like that. It's just that they were so desperate. That was why they have to, like, vote him in. They were just so desperate. They never wanted the other administration. So, because your desperation, right? You never thought about a repercussion. You never think this through. You never even thought about, thought about your little ones, like the way at which it might negatively affect you so far that, oh, we want these other people out of the way. We just want him, even when we know deep inside of us that, oh, it's not a go, but we just have to do it anyway because of maybe the level of reasons that we have inside of us. Like, this is just giving. I rather go into suffering and humiliation than to see someone who is not someone like me be in a position which I know might benefit me, but I don't really want that benefit because this person does not look like me. This is why, or this is how you know that races actually exist. And the thing is that the funniest thing with all this whole thing going on is the fact that people are still going to go ahead to vote for this man, even when he's coming for the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth term. Because people never learn. They never learn. They never learn from their mistake. People never ever learn from their mistakes. So they can confidently, do it again and come back to cry how, oh my God, how I'm regretting my words. Oh my goodness, I regretted this. There is no reason, for you to feel or having regrets because you don't need to regret. You already know that this was going to this was going to happen. This was just it. you are having this remorse, or maybe this oh my god exclamations and all of that, because it's now affecting you directly. A lot of people are so comfortable if all of the things going on affect some group of people, specifically maybe melanin people, people with a little bit of melanin, then they only feel some type of emotional breakdown when it's affecting them personally. But when it's other people, they don't care. People are coming out now to speak out, to talk about how, oh my god, they have really done something very, very outrageous, because it is directly and indirectly affect, even if it's affecting undocumented immigrant, it is affecting its citizens as well. It is affecting both. Like, the thing is that poverty, high prices of goods and services does not see color. They don't see color. You can't go to a shopping mall or to a grocery store, and all because of the color of your skin, the grocery will automatically reduce its prices. Or maybe all of these bills, because of, like, it's affecting everyone. Anyway, lovelies, and I just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please, lovelies, if you've not subscribed to this channel up to this extent, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one. Comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.